We've just left Ipswich.
On our way, yes.
We're on our way and we're going down to Stratford, London. And then I'm asking you this because obviously you planned it all. I don't know.
We're planning to do in a day. This is the point of the video, really. It's like a one-day adventure. We're getting the train to Southampton via London, having to ride across London, which should be fun. And then I don't know, I always quite like it. It's kind of like. Yeah,
it is a thrill,
it's
I
a
have
rush.
to say, it's just danger, isn't it?
I don't know, sometimes when you've got the cycle lanes, it's kind of less dangerous than kind of trying to do a country lane in
True.
You know, out in the countryside sometimes.
I agree.
Anyway, so we'll get down to Southampton, get the ferry across to the Isle of Wight, and then the plan is to try and do a loop of the whole island, which is 100 kilometres exactly, and then come home all in a day.
All in one day, I mean, I like these things. It is a challenge, a proper challenge, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll see you in London or Southampton, wherever I decide to stop overlaying clips and actually show us live.
You're still talking to yourself, aren't you? Yeah.
Exactly.
Stressful. Anything to do with London is stressful, for me at least. Thankfully Ross is in charge. He's booked all the tickets. He planned everything out.
I did.
I just follow along.
Well, it's only after we set off, he said there's a reason you didn't want to just drive there.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't even think about it.
I thought you wanted, because you like public transport.
I like trains, yeah.
That
was quite fun riding through London as well.
Yeah, it was good actually.
It's nice to do it without having to just sit in a car for 3 hours.
Yeah, true. In an isolated car with coffee and nice cakes.
Nice cakes.
Yeah.
You've got nice cakes.
I've always got nice cakes in the car. So anyway, we're on our way to Portsmouth. Southampton.
Yeah.
Single?
Single. It was on a meal deal.
Always double.
Trying to keep the price down now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah. So what's the idea then? £80 in tickets, wasn't it? And we're going to try and keep to under 20 for food and snacks.
Yeah, try and keep it under 100 for a full day out.
Yeah, 7. I got £30 left.
So I only spent 3.
Beer is like £7, so I got £6 worth of food. Actually, 2 beers. Maybe I'll drop 1 beer.
Go for a half.
I'm gonna have a beer then. You said I like, of course you are. Cheers, thanks.
Thank you.
We're in the Isle of Wight, the largest.
In it, on it.
In it? Right. We're on it.
Yeah.
We're not in it. This is the largest island.
Yep, that's we found with a quick Google on the way over.
In England.
Largest island, second most populated.
That's right, yeah. So,
apparently.
yeah, there we go. So remember that. Remember that. But I've been here when I was a kid. You've never been.
I don't think so. I don't remember ever being here. Yeah.
Pretty cool though. This is a 100-kilometre route all the way around.
Yeah, so we're doing a loop of the island.
But it's good. So we're gonna get moving. We're in the harbour now. Time to go?
Yep, I think so.
Good. We're on what's called the floating bridge, which is
just a ferry.
Just a ferry.
I was expecting like a actual bridge floating on the water.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm disappointed. The whole trip is ruined.
Also, we got the fast ferry across, didn't we? That would have taken, that was just for pedestrians and cyclists, and that cost a little bit more.
Yeah.
A bit. That would take us to West Cowes, and we're in East Cowes, and no, the other way around. It would take us to East Cowes. We're now West Cowes, trying to get the ferry across to East Cowes.
It's taken longer.
So it's taken longer. We should have probably just. I'm hoping it will save time at the end.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a loop. So in theory, we should be getting back on the ferry here and not have to do this again.
Maybe. True. Yeah. Actually, yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
It will. I think.
It will.
It will work. And the other ferry, the proper ferry, apparently does a really nice breakfast, which we didn't get on that one. We just got a very disappointing coffee. So at the moment, it feels like we've paid more for something that's taken longer and
it's less
convenient.
Oh well, never mind.
Good start.
Yeah, good start. Awesome. So what are we, 12:30? We're about, I think it's about 18 kilometres.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It's not too bad, is it? Not too bad. I mean, it's busy. The roads are very busy so far.
It's not a pleasant ride so far.
No, to be honest.
It's nice scenery. Well, I enjoyed it. You're a little nonplussed compared to your...
No, it's not that. It's just I haven't seen much. I saw that harbour and whatever else. We've just been on twisty roads and everything. And really, I've just been focusing on... There's just lots of cars. I'm never good on roads anyway.
I think, well, I'm not as bothered, I think, as you are, like just by general traffic. But it is a bit... I think it's one of the places, because it's a small island, and so many people are, driving around roads that they use all the time. I always think that when people become complacent with what can be dangerous roads, so when they drive roads every day, and 9 times out of 10 there's not a car coming the other way,
they'll just take
the risk of overtaking you.
Seems that way.
I've had it twice where someone's had to brake in the opposite direction to make sure they don't have a crash.
Well, we had a van. I don't know if you noticed, a blue van that got between us.
Yeah, got between us and then stuck.
It's just, I mean, then there's a lot of that. So I suppose, really, I can't pay attention to the scenery too much.
I try and be. I think we're quite courteous, because I do. When you're driving around in a van working, it is probably a pain if you get held up for a little bit. But we're pulling over. I don't think anything's been stuck behind us more than about 10-15 seconds.
No,
it's not like we're doing long climbs with a queue of traffic behind us, is it? So
we've done a fair bit of climbing so far.
There is,
Shall I check, see what it says on here? 367 so far.
It's only 1,000 total, isn't it?
I know, well, I thought so, unless it really is 2,000. And Kamut was wrong. But I mean, the weather's nice.
It is.
So there we go. How's your bike running?
Very nice.
Yeah, mine's... a few problems. I just can't get the shifting right, and that's a little bit of a challenge. When every time you want to change gear, particularly when you're under load going up hills, it kind of slips and everything, but I'm slowly trying to dial it in. It's my own fault. I didn't test ride it, but I didn't get a chance. So I should expect no less. Right, so yeah, we'll crack on, see you a bit further up there. That time?
Yeah,
coffee time. Raspberry cookie, soft, tiny little cake, hard.
Tiny little cake, I thought it was sugar.
You thought it was sugar?
I didn't when I looked closer.
It looks like a tiny scone.
You're going to need sugar though, aren't you? Or do you manage without?
I don't have sugar on camera.
I often have to cut out how many sugars you put in. I don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't notice it, but I'm glad you do. Managed to get the shifting working. It's perfect now. Just little tiny adjustments. I think I always just do too much. Doing like a quarter of a turn on the barrel adjuster each time, and it's worked. So yeah, they're in good shape, which is nice. So we're at 628 metres of elevation, 35.8, so nearly 36 kilometres. So it's not going to be 1,000 metres.
No, it feels more like it's coming up to the 2,000 which you thought, but I don't know why it's...
Maybe I saw that somewhere else then.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because Kamut is saying it's about 1,000.
Kamut lies.
It's a challenging ride, isn't it?
It is a challenging ride. Yeah, still busy roads.
Every road is busy.
Yeah.
There was one that I thought finally we're on the quiet road. It was barely wide enough for a car, was it?
And then there was loads of cars. So it slows us down, but I don't know. And we got a headwind, but that will turn to a tailwind.
Should do, yeah.
Should do, shouldn't it? Yeah. No, well, we're doing all right. I think we'll just keep going. We get to the top of the island soon, don't we? And then maybe try and find somewhere for a coffee. And I don't know, we're going to cut it fine, aren't we?
Yeah, it's not as comfortable as I thought it might be.
It always happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. We just stopped here for some snacks, something to eat, and we did some calculations, and we had 33 miles to go.
Yeah.
In about 3 hours, under 3 hours, and as I think maybe we could do it, but it's not worth the risk.
No, so I'll probably put a map up. We're just kind of cutting a corner of the island.
Yeah.
We're still going around the island. We're just kind of not doing the full.
Yeah, we're cutting a little bit off.
Yeah.
Cutting a corner, but I mean that's fine. It's just the way
it's just part of the fun was to kind of see if we could do the whole thing in a day, 100 kilometres. It was a bit short. It's still a fun day. We've still seen most of the island.
Yeah.
We don't have.
But we can't. That's
no. And you had a couple of mechanicals with a few extra stops. I think sometimes things happen. You just have to
go with it,
accept it. And I think
I love these bars. Been in the drops quite a lot. It's just so nice.
okay.
I was talking to the camera about my bars. Would you mind your own business?
Sorry.
Yeah? It's not always about you, Ross. This is the quietest road we've been on, isn't it?
It is. It's kind of, I don't want to say the only nice bit, but I think there's been so much traffic.
Yeah, it's been hard.
It's been a
challenge.
Right. This is nice though. The last 10 kilometres or so.
Yeah, they're off at that climb.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Although we have just had a big one, haven't we?
Yeah, that was a decent climb.
Yeah. Hence the banana. Actually, I probably should have had this at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, fuel us for the rest.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna have a quick drink and then we'll carry on, yeah? So we've done taken our diversion. And I think we're back on the route.
Yeah, I think so. I don't really know what the diversion cut off because I think we're still looking like we're going to do nearly about 90 kilometres.
Yeah, it's not far
so
off, is it?
10 off, but it looked like it should have been more than that, and it seems like it saved us more time than that, so I'm not really sure.
And the real strange thing is, it was the nicest part of the route.
Yeah.
The diversion we took. Although this looks nice. So we're about 10 miles.
Yeah, maybe not even that now. People can say in the comments if they think it counts as us going around the Isle of Wight. Have we done the loop? We've cut some off. When you look at it, it's around the island.
Yeah, but we could do a loop right here, couldn't we? And that's a loop on the island. You could do a very
small loop on the island. But we've gone around it.
Is it an official route though? Is it like?
It's not an official route. No, it's just someone. This is our.
That's our route.
We said earlier, didn't we? I think that we wanted a challenge, and it's been a challenge because we couldn't quite fit it in. But it was partly. It was kind of that idea of, sometimes it's hard to fit in multiple day things, and this seemed like a cool thing to try and do in a day, to go the whole way around an island.
Yeah.
Even a small island.
What time did we catch the train this morning? It was early.
6:12. I mean, I think you could, the slight mechanical issues, the film, obviously filming. If you didn't do that, 100 kilometres in, we had about a 7-hour window.
Yeah, we could do it.
Doable,
we didn't show it on camera, but I had multiple issues, not just with the gears, but with other things, which we didn't film. But I reckon that took us, I don't know, it probably cost us an hour in total, I would say.
I think so.
So no, you could definitely do it, but I'd give it a try. I mean, if you got a chance. We came from Ipswich, so it's quite a way down, really.
And that was the fun of it, wasn't doing it on the train. I mean, £100 isn't nothing. That's still a decent amount of money to spend, but to get all the way here, and we had a couple of snacks and stopped in places and do all of that for £100 for a full day out like this. It's quite good, isn't it?
I've got £6 left.
Have you?
Yeah. What have you got left? More.
Probably more, because I went cheaper earlier on, didn't I?
Yeah,
that's a beer at least one.
Yeah, I want to get one. Maybe we can get one at the end.
I think we will, because we've got a little wait over in Southampton as well for our train, so if not, we get one over there.
There were beers on the ferry. I like a ferry beer.
It's not quite beer garden on the Isle of Wight, is it?
I suppose not quite, no.
Cheap can of beer on a ferry.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed at your seat.
Now you're making me sound like an alcoholic. Well, you're not allowed at the sea. They wouldn't let us out on the ferry, isn't that strange?
Yeah, you can't go out on there's no deck or anything, is there?
Yeah, we were told off, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah, nice.
No, you were told off, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I went up and he just said, get me a coffee. You were standing and said, can you please sit down?
You intimidated him.
I think, well, yeah.
Did you give him that look? Go on, do it. There, see? You saw it. So, we'll probably... next stop will be the port, won't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Maybe a pub, you never know.
Yeah.
But it's been good. It was a good challenge, and it was our challenge. It doesn't matter if we didn't do what we thought we'd do. We did what we did. And that's it. Yeah.
We'll have done a good... I mean, we'll be over 100 kilometres in total when you count all the stuff through London.
True. Right, let's crack on.
Yeah.
We've got 20 minutes, which means my favourite part of the day.
Yeah, we've been very good friends, just good companions.
Pretend you haven't had a sip. Cheers.
That is very nice, isn't it? Which that was?
Neck oil. It's like a low alcohol. Well, it's not low alcohol, but it's 4% or something.
Oh, okay.
Which is low for an IPA, but you get the flavour. I like it. And the glasses are cool, aren't they? Best part of the day, when you deserve it as well, don't you? So there we are. What was your opinion of that then?
It was good. I mean, it's fun to try and do a thing like that in a day, isn't it? I think that is always good fun. I mean, we did 90 kilometres of a planned 100. It's always a bit of a shame when you don't kind of finish the route you plan to.
Yeah, I know.
But still, we got around the island. We saw a lot of the island.
I think it was the challenge aspect that was fun. I mean, if we'd have just come over here just to ride that route,
the route was...
You'd be a bit disappointed, wouldn't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly like a lovely place, the Isle of Wight, and I think I'd like to come back and see it properly, like actually spend some time places. It's not... I wouldn't say it's the best place for cycling.
No.
Just because it's... It's too busy. And like little country roads, which, anyone who cycles in the UK, if you find some really quiet ones, they're lovely because, they're rolling hills and you can ride side by side, have a chat as you go.
But if you're better off on busy roads with cycle lanes than small country lanes. Because you just back up the traffic. On the way we're in Cowes now, aren't we?
Yeah.
That last little section, we pulled over to let some cars through and there was like 15, 20 cars.
Yeah, and that was only after maybe 30 seconds of build-up, wasn't it? Because we do pull over fairly regularly if we notice they're behind us.
And most people were respectful again, but it's not so much that's the problem. It's always in the back of, well, not in the back of my mind, in the front of my mind.
I agree.
That we're holding people up, and I just don't enjoy feeling like that.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I would like to come back here, particularly, I'd love to come back here with my van. I could get the van over here, the camper van, and you could spend a week here. I mean, it's gorgeous, this beautiful place. But, some places are just not for cycling.
Yeah, even some of the nice stretches for on quieter roads. It was them sort of bits where there's a lot of hedge. I like a hedge as much as the next man. Good for wildlife and all
You're
of
known
that.
for your
Exactly.
hedge. Yeah.
I'm pro hedge.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of hedge, and you sort of knew there was nice views behind the hedges.
Yeah, that's right.
But all we saw were hedges for many miles of that.
It was a bit like that 200-mile Ryder did, was hedge.
Just green tunnel.
Yeah.
I don't seem negative though. It was a good day. It was a good.
Yeah, it's always a good day. Being out on your bike, we could be in work, couldn't we?
Exactly.
This is a good day, whatever. I don't want to just perspective.
And we've still got the adrenaline rush of trying to fight our way through London on the way back, which is always nice.
Yeah.
In case we didn't say before, our ticket got us the transport across London if we wanted, a Elizabeth line and then underground. But I think technically you are allowed bikes on, but if it's busy, you can't. And it just seems just the idea of trying to get a bike on an underground on a tube is.
I don't want to do that.
No. And it was quicker. It was about 5 minutes quicker to bike.
It might not be so bad tonight though. By the time we get there,
it might. We might consider it.
But there's werewolves. Have you seen American Werewolf in London?
No, I haven't actually.
You haven't?
No, I haven't. No.
Why? What? That's insane. You like horror films?
I do. Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
Oh my God! You think you know someone? It's brilliant. It's fantastic. But there's a scene in the tube. Everyone else knows about it.
I think I've seen the scene in the tube. Actually, that rings a bell.
Yeah. And that's that is every time I'm on the tube, I think of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you never get on the tube, isn't it?
Well, it is. Yeah. I mean, if you watch it, maybe you won't get on there. How can you not have watched that?
I'll make it my homework.
Please.
This is a strictly non-smoking service, and the use of e-cigarettes is not permitted. Thank you for your attention. We hope you enjoy travelling with us.
Thank you so much. Thanks. One more thing, I've contacted Kona twice now about the rear wheel failing, and nobody's got back to me, so pretty disappointed if I'm honest. I think I'll send them one more message to see what they say, but I'll probably give up if I don't hear from them from then on. It's a shame because I like the bike, but I'll just have to stop recommending them because, you know, you need good after sales. The more I think about it, the more I'm annoyed with that rear rim, because it's not just a case of it failing. You know, you'd expect an apology for something that could have caused a big problem. I mean, that could have failed when I was going down a big descent or something, so I don't know. Like I said, let me know. Let me know if you think I'm just going over the top. O'clock, we're back in Ipswich.
Yeah.
Not bad, is it?
No, good day.
It has been a long day. A good day, yeah. And I mean, it really has been a good day.
Long day.
Yeah.
Not crazy long, you know. We were up at early, but not like, you know, we were up at 6. Well, at here at 6.
And we haven't been moving all day. We've been on trains, we've been sat down.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's good fun though.
So yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this one. We did, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And if you have any comments or anything, please leave them down below, because I always like to read those and look at them. You read them as well, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Do you ever reply to them?
Occasionally.
No.
Not very often, but occasionally.
So yeah, thank you very much, and we shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.